yeah, there's something about like the perfectionism as a means of procuring a sort of safety that I think hints at a resolution, like a way out. Because like, I mean, the safety is from these experiences of rejection. The experiences of rejection must carry some kind of a meaning, otherwise they wouldn't bother. Like what is it that they're summoning up? Why are they so fearful that they are causing this part of, me or whomever to sort of grip onto this perfectionistic goal, to try and keep the flower perfect and alive and not
Yeah.
set it on
Yeah.
fire. Um, and what is like, so it's a protective thing. So it's trying to separate something, or it's trying to save something, some other part, or maybe itself from having some sort of an experience, some sort of a negative experience.
Yeah.
And to the extent that I can allow myself to have that negative experience consciously and see that like, oh, it doesn't actually destroy me, then the part that's needing that protection can maybe slowly over time be like, oh, okay, we're actually safe, even in rejection and being ignored and being like, oh, we're still alive and this is okay. That's not actually threatening my life. Then like the perfection would ease up and you could kind of move forward.
Yeah.
Um, which I think is what we get in sort of a negative way with the the daughter or the maid here, in that she is forced in this, she's sort of had these moments of, I think I'm going to fail, oh, it's worked out, I think I'm going to fail, oh, it's worked out, I think I'm going to fail, oh, it's worked out, okay, maybe it'll work this time. um and it doesn't work, she fails, but then that actually is the thing that cracks her open. That's actually the thing that, like, that experience of failure is the thing that allows her to speak. So it is kind of pointing to like that being the end of the perfectionism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. As you were talking about the sort of maybe gripping onto the idea of perfection and therefore not doing the creative work, not going forward with that, with the messiness, with the doubt and difficulty and all that. Yeah, I was thinking how this maps on to the story where she has to endure all these other people's jealousy and conniving against her. They get the head of the place you're at to sort of give you this impossible task, and that happens several times. Um, but at the end, I was also thinking, yes, you could interpret that as yes, the image she goes forward with, presumably with the procession of all the candles lit and everything, um, doesn't is not fulfilled. Like she does not go forward with her candle also lit. It's blown out. But I was also thinking, and this is in some way, if we want to get into the progenitor type of story, the Cupid and Psyche that helped to lead to this story.
Mm,
It's related to that with the zephyr and the gentle wind and everything. But
mm,
I was thinking that uh, the wind blows it out, and the wind often means like a spirit kind of. It can be a divine kind of wind and everything. And I was thinking when that blows out the fire, that maybe has something to do with, I don't know if it's a blessing or, but I wonder if you could map it on to creative insight, where
mm.
typically one will work and work and work and work, and then one will have like an insight, but one will not have the insight if you just kind of, like if you were just kind of lazily thinking about it as you go about your normal day. You have to actually do the work, and then you will have the flash of insight. I know in this story, it's not like a bolt of lightning or something, or it's not a light, which is what I think kind of uh, is symbolic of insight, but maybe it's something like that, the breath of wind or something. Maybe that's like what was missing in her life. I'm thinking of the story elements too, of earth out of which the flower grows, and into which she drops the flower, and then the rock, the stone, in which her future love is encased. And then now we get the wind, and that's what
Hmm.
seems to sort of break the curse for that leads her. It's a beautiful complexity at the end where it's like the wind goes out. She's again surprised for the second time in the story, and I think for the second time in the story, shocked for the second time maybe, and then
Hmm.
she utters something, and then that's what breaks the curse. But yeah, I wondered, yeah, what do you think about that? Something about this divine wind or gentle zephyr kind of wind or something.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. That's a great drawing together of a lot of the different pieces. What was coming up for me when you were describing it was like the when this is actually something that I do run into with my writing is like I will have some idea of what it is that I want to say. I'll have, oh, I want to write an essay about this thing. And so I'll sit down to write it and it just kind of doesn't work. And the times I've had a more successful writing, it doesn't always work this way, but the times I've had a more successful where I just sit down and I'm just like, okay, whatever comes out is going to come out. And I feel like what we're seeing here is like so several years ago there was this thing on Facebook that my wife and I will remind each other of. It was a picture of Jesus and a little girl, and the little girl has this like little teddy bear that she's holding, and Jesus is like taking the teddy bear away, and the caption is like, "No, Jesus, I love it. It's my teddy bear," or something like that. But from the viewer's perspective, you can see that Jesus is holding like a larger teddy bear behind his back. So this sense of like the divine coming through, and when we lose something, it's often to be replaced with something better that we couldn't imagine ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to creative work like this, like she's trying to lead this ritual. She has this idea of the perfect way to lead the ritual. She's holding the candle, and then something comes and snuffs out the candle. So something out of her control has dashed her hopes of this perfect thing that she's trying to create based on the advice of the man that keeps coming out of the stone. Um, and so in that moment, the, when the candle is snuffed out, so too is her vision of what this perfect thing is going to be. She's put into a place of not knowing what is going on.
Mm,
The sort of image she's been holding as her guiding star or whatever, that she's been following this image, it's taken away,
mm,
and she has a smoking candle wick
mm,
left where the flame was.
mm.
Um,
Please like and subscribe for more of our open minded content and comment below on your thoughts or questions about the story. Let us know if you'd like us to cover another stimulating story, and thank you for participating.